This is how I'm training for longevity. The more rigid you stay to any pattern of movement, for example, just a normal barbell squat. You put the weight on your back, you squat down, feet shoulder width apart, you go back up. And you'll do that for, let's say, thousands of repetitions throughout your life lifting. If you do squats 2-3 times a week, you do it to failure, just so that one variation. Maybe you do some lunges as well. But the more rigid you stay to the singular pattern of movement, the more rigid your body becomes. As soon as you move outside of that pattern, that rigidity snaps. I heard a good analogy from Lee Whalen with the Pacific Rim Athletics. He says that your body is like a clay. And if you keep it moving and you keep it wet, it will be supple and moldable. But if you let it harden, it'll get to like a leather hard stage. And if you just stay very sedentary forever, it'll be put in the kiln and it'll be hard and brittle. And it'll be strong when it's in the position that it was fired in. But if you try to move it out of the position, it breaks. But I want to try to be that loose, the modeling clay that can form to any kind of movement and any kind of situation throughout life. And your body isn't exactly clay, so the more you learn to move throughout different positions, it will get stronger, but it will get stronger in a way that is still dynamic. There is some trade-offs. You don't necessarily become the most muscular. You won't have the most weight on the bar, as if you specialized your entire life and movement life, your physical training to develop one specific pattern of movement. But for me, and I think for you, I think it's much more useful to be very open, be very general, have some variety in your movements, and just be able to, adapt and change on the fly, be able to stay loose and harden up if you need to. So hopefully that gives you a little bit insight into the philosophy of the training that goes into this kind of channel. I spend a lot of time on fortifying joints and ligaments and tendons, the things that, even when you're past your prime and you're in your 30s, if I'm so lucky to live that long, your muscles deteriorate, but, your joints and your tendons, they keep their strength from your training a lot more. And I know a lot of people don't really challenge their joints or their tendons, so hopefully I can be a case of showing how longevity training can really stick with you. Like, I take a lot of inspiration from Shaolin monks who train somewhat in this style. I don't train anywhere near as hard as Shaolin monks do, though. I'd like to say thank you for watching. This isn't possible without viewers like you, so thank you. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Really helps out the channel. So the end of today's training is just some balancing work followed by some stretching. I really recommend you do your stretching at night before you go to bed. Just every day that works for you right before you go to bed, because it's kind of the best time. But I did the shoulder jump rope with a little added weight with this medicine ball here. I wasn't able to do as many repetitions with the shoulder jump rope because it was a lot harder with this extra 12 pounds. But I feel like it worked my shoulders a lot more, and I was pretty happy with the results. But I'm doing kind of an abridged stretching routine, not doing the hips any because my hips are recovering. They were pretty sore the other day, and I do not push my hips. Now here I'm doing the hamstrings with the pike stretch, and then I work the butterfly stretch, the tailor's pose, to hopefully eventually get a lotus pose one day. These leg pulses are very important for compression strength and to lock in some of that mobility. I also finish off with a bridge. My bridge is feeling a lot better today than it has fairly recently, so all that is pretty good. I feel like I'm making some progress with the lotus pose, but I'll have to just confer with, the camera and the videos over the next couple of days to see if I really do improve like I think I am. And I'm still sticking with the bridge to keep it very dynamic, trying to keep it pain-free, arms straight, and add a lot of motion to it to really lock in the position and get really fortified shoulders. So thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.